So hello there, this is author David Barclay Moore. I am the author of BOYOGI, published by Caldecott Press, illustrated by the amazingly talented Noa Denmon. And I'm actually recording this video on the fly. As you can tell, I am, or maybe not tell, I'm walking down a street in Brooklyn, and baby's crying behind me. And this is actually appropriate because it's BOYOGI, my new book, is actually set in Brooklyn. And some of it centers around an actual gym in Brooklyn. In particular, it deals with Butterbean, which is a little boy who has been separated from his father for a long time. The father comes home after being overseas. He's a military man, dressed in fatigues. And Butterbean kind of notices something about Daddy since he left and returned. And what he notices is that Daddy is different. He spends a lot of time alone. He's not as fun, not as talkative. And so Butterbean asks his mother, "Mommy, what's wrong with Daddy? Is Daddy sick?" And his mother's like, "Well, yes, Daddy is sick." And so Butterbean asks, "Well, is it his knee? Did he scrape his knee? Because I know that hurts. I've done that before." And they go on like that for a while until finally his mother says, "Well, no, Daddy's mind is actually sick." And so there's an explanation of that in a way that I think the little ones can understand what that means, what your mind is, what mental health is. And so what the mother does is she drags the father and the son to the local gym, the YMCA, actually, the Brooklyn Y, and they start taking yoga lessons. So Butterbean and his father actually start taking yoga lessons together. And in addition to some other things, this helps the father deal with his PTSD that he's suffering. And one of the reasons why I wanted to write this book is because myself and like most of us over the past few years, we've been very concerned with mental health, particularly with our youngest, with our littlest ones. And so BOYOGI, which I'm very proud of, is I think a text that could be used not only in homes, but in other environments to kind of help children understand a little bit more about mental health. Some of our youngest understand about mental health. Recently, I was at a conference in California, and I was staying at a hotel, and I just happened to bump into this Marine and his girlfriend who were there. They were staying at the hotel for an event. And we chatted it up, and I happened to have an image on my phone from my picture book. So I showed them the first image from BOYOGI, and the first line, which is of the father returning home and embracing his son. And he's holding on to his son as if he never, ever wants to let his son go again. And this image in the first line of the book struck that Marine, a very strong, big, tough Marine. It struck him so much that he actually started to cry. And so I think that's the kind of power that this book has, you know. And I'm very happy that it's out in the world, and that I think it can help a lot of people, particularly, like I said, our youngest. So anyhow, thank you for listening to all that. Hope you enjoyed BOYOGI, and I'll see you in the funny papers.